Right, so hello and welcome back to Books and Things, and welcome to the third day of the TBR Advent Calendar. My TBR Advent Calendar, my Vlogmas this year, is very kindly sponsored by Serious Readers, who make amazing reading lights like the one I will put a picture up of on the screen because I'm not at home right now. I will also leave down below links to where you can find out more about Serious Readers, including the offer code I have on at the moment. But as I said, I'm not at home right now. I am away for a few days. I'm on a writing research trip. I have gone away to do some historical research, so I'm going to some archives and some old houses and stuff, and I'm not going to tell you more than that, but I'm working on a third novel at the moment, and in December I am having a lot more writing time than I usually do. I am a freelance editor and a writer, and I kind of split my time between the two, with much more time going to freelance editing, but in December more time is going to writing. So obviously I don't have with me my TBR bookshelf, so I have put the TBR books for the next few days into a little pouch so that they're still hidden from view to make this fun, and I guess I will select one for today. Although I have actually already read a full book in its entirety today because I listened to A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens on the drive here, and I listened to the audiobook narrated by Miriam Margolyes that I hadn't listened to before, and I really enjoyed. I thought it was very well done, and I just love A Christmas Carol. I feel like I don't have too much more to say about A Christmas Carol because I have made many videos on it before, which I'll leave linked down below if you're interested. But I love A Christmas Carol so much. I just think it's a glorious, beautiful, festive, lovely, moving work of genius. Anyway, let me pick what we're actually here to do, pick a TBR book from not the shelf but the little pouch, and I'll read that this evening. Here we have Reunion. So this is by, let's say, Frederick Ullman. Yes, Fred Ullman. I remember I bought this back in January when I was thinking about wanting to do this project in December, so it's quite fun that I'm actually doing this. So this is a modern classic from the 1970s and set in 1930s Germany, and I believe the author was from Germany but moved to Britain and wrote this in English. I've heard interesting things about this, and it's only about 80 pages, so I will read this evening, and yeah, looking forward to it. Hello again. I have just finished reading Reunion, by which I mean I finished it half an hour ago and then cried for a while because this was just amazing, like genuinely absolutely incredible. I think everyone should read this. This was fantastic. Yeah, like shooting right up into one of my absolute favourite books of this year. I can't find it now, though I literally just read it, but there was a line in the introduction, I think, about how this is both like a very beautiful and a very painful story, and I thought that was a very good way of describing it. So this is a novella, a story of two friends who meet and become friends when they're teenage boys. They're 16 years old, and it's a story of their sort of coming of age and their close friendship and their close bond with each other. But they meet and become friends in the early 1930s in Germany, and Hans, the narrator, is Jewish and his friend is not. And the book looks at basically how over time their friendship is torn apart by the politics of Germany and what is going on around them. And there's a bit early on in the novel that I noted because I wanted to read it, where Hans is reflecting, and it says, "Politics were the business of grown-up people. We had our own problems to solve," and that is their attitude at the beginning. And then, of course, over time, as the situation in 1930s Germany worsens, you see how these two friends cannot escape from the outside world and what the rise of anti-Semitism in Germany does to them. I feel like the one problem when doing a TBR Advent Calendar like this is I do not usually review a book so soon after having read it, and certainly not when it's like this emotional. I just thought this was amazing. It's a very slim book that really packs a punch. I feel like there are some books like that, you know, like Passing by Nella Larson would be another one, that are just really short but like do everything they need to do so well. And I thought the ending was just incredible. Like the last few words, the last couple of sentences, just, yeah, I thought it was perfect. I feel like I may have peaked early with my TBR Advent Calendar. I feel like no other book is going to be better than this, but we'll see. That was amazing. I'm so glad I read that. I've been meaning to read that for a while, and yes, that was fantastic. You should all read Reunion. It's so good. And yeah, it's very, very powerful. So yes, that's all for now. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow with another bookish video.